Christmas time is here. Everybody knows there's not a better time of year. Hear that sleigh, Santa's on his way. Hip hip hooray for Christmas vacation.
Hello there! Merry Christmas! I said it first.
I really wanted to say it, but that's fine. It is Christmas, the holidays, you know, Festivus for the rest of us. And we have a special Christmas episode of Better Late Than Never for you all. Actually, Travis does.
I do. Plenty of Christmas. I figured it's Christmas. Let's do all the best Christmas trailers that I have come up with randomly. Thousands of Christmas movies out there, so I just picked a handful of what we can do. We're going to look at those today, so...
All in succession, too. So, I mean, we'll talk about each one individually, so stick around. It's our Christmas episode. Vanessa?
Might be a guest start or a guest appearance too later, so stay
Ooh.
tuned.
Vanessa?
Yes.
Right off the bat, before we get into this, favorite Christmas movie of all time?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot.
Oh, come on, you know what it is.
Favorite Christmas movie of all time? Probably Jingle All the Way.
That's my girl.
No, I love Jingle All the Way, but I really love the Santa Claus.
Okay.
I love that movie so
What about
much.
you then?
Christmas Vacation, Home Alone.
Christmas Vacation is good too.
So many, but like Travis said, we may see
so many.
Scrooge, yeah. We may see some of those here. So, Travis,
Maybe.
take it away.
All right, let's start with this first Christmas movie that is a must-watch. It is
Is it
from...
Die Hard?
Ah, you better.
We don't
you
talk
have-
about Die Hard because is it a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Yes.
100%. It's a Christmas movie.
That's debatable.
It's like saying,
It has been
It's like
debated.
saying Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a Thanksgiving movie because he's going to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but we did that like a month ago, and definitely it is a Thanksgiving
Exactly.
movie.
So Die Hard is a Thanksgiving.
That could be a
Well, we'll talk
conversation down
about it.
below.
Okay. Well, Die Hard is it? We'll get to that.
100%
Let's
it
go.
is.
We're starting.
We stopped him! Where are you going? We're gonna miss the plane! Did you count heads?
11 including me. 5 boys, 6
girls, 2 parents,
and
2
a partridge in a pear tree.
No, you just made it.
Welcome aboard Flight 1275 to Paris, France.
Terrible feeling
So which house you want to hit first, huh?
About what?
that we didn't do something.
Crowbars up.
Now you feel that way because we left in such a hurry.
Rest in peace.
Do we set the timers on the lights?
Mm-hmm.
Did you lock up?
Yeah.
Did you close the garage?
That's it. I forgot to close the garage.
That's it.
No, that's not it.
What else can we be forgetting?
This is my house. I have to defend it.
Huh?
Yes!
The Wet Bandits.
Not to be confused with the Sticky Bandit.
Okay, morons, come and get me! Shoot!
No.
Smash his face with an iron. Catherine O'Hara was amazing.
Still
Oh,
is.
John Candy, too.
Oh, spoilers. They shouldn't have put that one in it.
Right, they wanted to put butts in the seats.
I guess, yeah.
Wasn't there a little something after that?
You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
There used to be. Never! They would throw that in there sometimes.
All right, so
Well, right off the bat, like, knowing the movie, like, the whole thing, I mean, I understand why they put John Candy in the trailer, because it was at the peak
Yeah.
again. But watching the movie now, you're like, but he's only in that one scene.
Yeah, and he's quite crucial to Catherine O'Hara getting home. And you
That's
know
very
what?
true, but-
I love the little cameos. I love it when it's a surprise, and that would have been a great surprise, not knowing John Candy was in it.
Yeah.
You know, before you went in there.
That's very true.
this trailer for me was... I mean, let me ask you guys. Would you see this movie based upon this trailer?
Hell yeah!
Yeah. It looks so much fun, just him having to defend his home against these invaders, and he's doing, like, MacGyver stuff and, like, putting all kinds
Booby
of stuff.
traps.
Booby
To me,
traps.
the-
Setting booby trap.
The trailer was kind of flat and slow. It was very...
It's the movie, though.
I mean, I love the movie. Don't get me wrong, you guys.
Right.
But the trailer itself kind of... And it starts off, well, what'd you forget? I don't know. Were you sure? Was it this? I don't know.
It conveyed it
That's
pretty
what
well.
it was.
No.
And then it jumps into it, but I felt like maybe it could have been... I don't know. I guess I'm stuck with modern day trailers where
Do you know what it
little bit
was?
more. What was
Okay,
that?
because I picked up on it in the trailer. You're watching this trailer, and the thing about this trailer is it's using some very generic music, and then Keep on Knocking, but you can't come in. Not in the movie whatsoever at all. But what you do have in the movie is John Williams' frantic, and that is incredibly, like, just captivating during those scenes when that music hits. It is incredible the way that John Williams takes a movie that, if you remove it, just is a flat kind of just movie kid at home, but even the
True, they made it,
like
it's a simple movie, but they did make it epic, and it was epic enough that since then they've tried to emulate it hundreds of times.
I like Home Alone 3, but anyways, keep going.
I do like Home Alone 3 as well too, but
Scarlett Johansson,
but of course this is the one that started it all.
of course.
So
best
many
one.
good little scenes in it, you know, like the pizza delivery guy, you know, knocking over the same
yes,
statue that they play that joke, and even in the second one they keep doing it. Everyone does it.
I do like the whole pizza delivery scene too when he's like leaves or like
When
he
hits
hits the play with the movie on there and he's like okay.
Angels with
and then
filthy
you
souls.
hear the gun and he's like shoots down. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is Little Nero's too.
Yeah.
There are very quotable moments in this movie. Obviously, as a kid, we would be constantly quoting to keep the change, you filthy animal. And then, of course, you know.
They're for the kids. The
Yeah,
chicken line.
yeah. There was just so, like, I would do that too. Like, when I'd be in line at the grocery store as a kid, I would, like, start reciting the moments he had with the lady, because you're a stranger. I would never say it to them. I'd say it to myself. But it's like, where are you from? Where's your parents? She's outside in the car. But anyways, a lot of quotable moments, and it's John Hughes again, Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, John Hughes written.
It was produced and I believe written and then directed by Christopher Columbus.
Okay.
And then you had a hell of a cast too. Joe Pesci, who Mr. Gangster himself, dropping F-bombs everywhere.
Right, this is after he's done all those Goodfellas and all that stuff, so it was fun to see him kind of in that role.
Yeah, be a little more happier, but still in his element because he's a bad guy.
He was a kid villain, kid's villain who was about to bite Kevin's fingers off. Like he
Every
was,
single one of those.
yeah, he was brutal. And then
But-
you had the bully brother as well, Buzz.
Bully
Buzz's
brother,
girlfriend.
the creepy neighbor, just everything. It was. I mean, as a kid, it was great because I want to
To
stay
this
home
day,
too and
though,
party.
too, like one of my favorite things because I love Christmas music, like the instrumental Christmas music, and then doing the Carol of the Bells,
Yep.
John Williams version of it. Yeah, I love
He's setting
it
up
in
the
this
track,
movie.
setting up the house.
Yep.
Amazing on
so
every
good.
level. So yes, Home Alone, definitely would watch it, but I understand that whole flatness you're missing is John Williams' score to it. It would have made it so much more epic, which the movie is.
Even the second one, I like the second one too, and obviously
It's
it
a
was enough to go through
retreading.
there.
It is a retreading. It is a whole. What is it like? They took the formula and they took the story beats and they just amplified
end
them.
it and put it in a different location.
But it
Yeah,
worked. It worked for the second one too. It did.
Tim Curry, man. That quiver when Catherine O'Hara slaps him and he's just like, oh, when he's gonna give her the room, he's like, and he like turns because he's about to cry. Like, oh, so perfect.
It's a good movie. What do you guys think? I mean, have you seen Home Alone?
You need to watch Home Alone if you haven't.
Is
seen
this
Home
a
Alone.
Christmas movie you watch every year? Is it one that's awesome? I mean, what do you guys think? Let us know, obviously.
In the comments below.
So, are you guys ready for another?
Let's keep on
Another one?
cruising.
Let's keep on cruising.
cruising.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Are we back?
Yes.
Okay, welcome.
No, we're back.
We're back. All right, this next one, you guys. Let's just keep this rolling. Let's keep this Christmas party going. I hope you got your eggnog. We got ours.
Christmas party. Late to the Christmas party.
Late to the
I
Christmas- oh,
just
that's a good
figured that
title.
out. Okay, good thing we have time to put that in.
All right. To the Christmas party.
And we are back. We came.
So, what is next on the list, Travis? He's going to take a little bit of time.
All right. This one is a great Christmas movie, in my opinion. And it is one people talk about all the time.
All right, good.
So,
Damn, that's
Sandlot?
very vague.
Yeah, there's a lot of Christmas
It's
movies
a Wonderful
that could
Life.
be.
again, this is a Christmas movie
Christmas
I
Story?
watch all the time.
Okay.
Every year I watch it.
Okay.
Some people may not like it as a Christmas movie, so let's just watch, okay?
Okay.
Santa Claus 2.
Oh, okay. Rope-a-dope.
See what I did here before the segment?
Santa and Mommy can do.
Holly
Nakatomi Tower.
Gennaro.
John McClane has come to see his wife. Instead,
Yep.
he's going to have to save
Look
her.
at him.
Oh, I know. Why are you
Within
doing all these
this
people that
skyscraper high above the city,
It was Genghis Khan there.
terrorists
From Bill and Ted.
They're about to be told a lesson in the real.
So good.
Alan Rickman.
They're as brilliant
Because I am interested in the $640 million in your vault.
as they are ruthless.
But I'm telling you, you're just gonna have to kill me. Okay. We do it the hard way.
Now, the last thing McClane
brutal.
wants, think, is to be a hero.
Where's Holly? Tucker! Where?
But he doesn't have a choice. What does he think he's doing?
Welcome to the party.
They have already killed one hostage.
Like the music.
Channels reserved for emergency calls only.
Lady, I sound like I'm ordering pizza. He's inside. Who is he?
Oh, I love this scene right there.
You have lost Robinson for a security guard.
Sorry, wrong guess, hon.
So good.
Double jeopardy.
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay.
Motherfucker. Mr. Falcon.
And Melon Baller.
Destroyed a building. I am in charge of this situation.
I got some bad
Clarence Beeks.
up here that look like you're in charge of Jack.
He is alone, he is tired, and he hasn't seen diddly squat from anybody down here.
Tell him, Carl.
Did I see nudity in a trailer?
Now, how you
Did
feel?
it?
All things being equal.
What have I what?
Come see that.
Only John can drive somebody that crazy.
Yeah.
He's an easy guy to like.
And
And a hard man to kill. Bruce Willis. Die Hard.
Everybody to the Christmas party by mistake. Who knew?
Yeah.
Welcome to the party, pal.
I'm glad they didn't give up all his little sayings,
quips that he
too.
says, yeah.
He did get a little of the yippee-ki-yay, come to the coast, have a few laughs. Like you
Question
got a little
right
bit of
here,
that.
right now. What do you think? Is this a Christmas movie?
Yes.
We're waiting. Yeah? Okay, good. Yes, it is. So you guys agree.
We agree.
Definitely a Christmas movie, and it has been a debate over and over.
It's a very alternative Christmas movie, but a very
Absolutely.
Christmas movie nonetheless.
That's
I love Die Hard. I love it. It's the greatest movie.
It's a
Some
really
of its
good movie.
sequels, not so much.
well, that's
Yeah.
the thing, though, is they haven't been able to. Again, we talk about movies always trying to replicate and trying to evolve. and
I love
become the
Die
same
Hard 2,
thing.
though.
I don't. That's the thing is I don't care too much for Die Hard 2, but I love Die Hard with a Vengeance.
See,
and
I
it's-
like Die Hard with a Vengeance as well.
And it's the connective tissue between Hans and
Circles back.
Simon.
Yep.
So that's the thing is like I love a trilogy. Like Randy, what he said in Scream about the trilogy, with the third one you learn stuff about the first one you didn't know.
Yeah.
That's what you get in Die Hard with a Vengeance, and I really enjoyed it. And the other ones, Live Free, Die Hard, and Good Day to Die Hard was awful. I hated Good Day to Die Hard, but I think the unrated version of Live Free, Die Hard was watchable. Tolerable, yes.
I did
but-
not like the PG-13 rating that they gave it.
It didn't
should've-
deserve it.
It needed the yippee-ki-yay mother.
Yeah, and that's the thing is they if you watch the unrated version, it's all
Jonathan
there.
doesn't need a
Yeah.
PG-13. He's R all through.
Yeah, but then they tried to do R with Good Day to Die Hard, and it was just terrible.
Yeah, but that's because it had certain people
Jai
in the
Courtney.
movie.
It's
and
because
then
they made him
he-
into like a special forces in Russia. And
Yeah.
he's
an
a
old
beat
man.
cop who's
Yeah.
a detective. He's
stuck in a crappy situation, and guess what? People are going to die unless he does something about it.
Yeah.
And others are just being idiots on the outside of the building, which I love. Clarence Beeks from Trading Places and Breakfast Club.
Now this thing here, If any of you guys out there know the movie Trivia Schmodown, we were part of the movie Trivia Schmodown, and we went up against somebody that looked exactly like, what's his name? Harry Ellis. And yeah, there's a little bit that I do.
Yeah.
Hans.
Yeah.
Bubby.
Hans.
I'm your white knight.
Yes.
So it's great.
Go on our match versus critically acclaimed Whitney Seibold, identical to Harry Ellis, and we do a whole thing about Die Hard against him. But yeah, welcome to the party, pal. That's kind of one of our big things for Late to the Party. But yes, I love Die Hard. And of course, you've got Alan Rickman.
Yes.
As the amazing Hans Gruber.
This movie, like, it was one that kind of skyrocketed him to be like this big move. Because after that, he ended up getting like Robin Hood and being the sheriff of Nottingham there.
Well, he did a lot before this. It's just
like,
he was
this
a
one
mainstream American movie that
like,
got him more notoriety.
This was the one that really
cemented him
as somebody that you're like you'll remember him from forever.
Did you guys ever hear like how they filmed that last scene of the movie where he falls off the building?
Mm-mm.
Spoilers.
So spoilers. Sorry, yeah, spoilers. If you haven't seen it, stop.
No.
There's a scene where he's holding him and he drops him and he falls.
Oh yeah.
The director told him we're gonna drop because apparently Alan Rickman had a fear of heights. He said we're gonna drop you on 3. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, then drop you.
And he drops you.
And he
on
goes
2.
1, and he drops them right then and there. So that expression of that he does is a legitimate, real Alan Rickman oh shit moment.
And it's perfect. That look, that fall, that drop. They don't drop villains from high places anymore. They need to get back
Unless
to doing
it's a Disney movie.
That's what I'm saying. Even Disney doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah, they don't.
They just send them off to prison or something.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's definitely a staple in our household. Die Hard is definitely something that we attempt to watch every year. There's so many movies. When you have all these, it's tough to get through all of them.
Are you guys having a great Christmas special with Late to the Party? I know I am.
I didn't get any presents, but I guess the beer will suffice.
Well,
I'd prefer eggnog.
You gotta wait till
mixed
the
with lighter
finale.
fluid.
Better heaven than
What is that?
Better off dead.
All right, we're down to trailer
You're
number
like Garth
3.
when he's singing "Nothing Even Matter" and he's all. Okay, go on. What's this
All
new
right,
trailer?
this is a fun movie. A little bit older, a little bit newer.
What the mixed nuts? Like, what are we watching?
Let's watch the trailer.
Okay.
In the past, there have been many traditional ways to celebrate
Christmas vacation.
with songs, with gifts, with family and friends. There's a new way. Ho, ho, ho.
All right. Yes.
Ernest P. Worrell. He's back. Know what I mean?
Where's Bobby? They better put Bobby in this.
and the Slammer. Look at those beady
Santos.
eyes.
Back to save Christmas.
There's Bobby.
Back to save faith.
You dead meat. That's life for you. Isn't she a doll?
Ernest P. Worrell.
It's so creepy scene.
They said couldn't be done.
On Comet, on Cupid, on Donder.
In the movie,
Donner.
they said shouldn't be done.
Don't be grumpy. Blister.
You guys say you have a problem with reindeer?
Light the candles, deck the halls, and get the deck. Cause Ernest P. Worrell's coming to town. And he's coming
With colorful colors and festively wrapped packages.
Aw, I miss Jim Varney.
Rest in peace.
I know, jeez.
Ernest saves Christmas.
I love it.
Okay, so this movie.
She hasn't seen it.
No, I've seen a little bit of it.
Oh, a little bit of it.
She's had a sample.
I've had a sample, but like I was gonna say about the scene that I have seen. No, like the whole scene where he goes into the house and it like, I don't know, the camera ain't like the way the camera is shot on him. It's like not the way that it is in the rest of the movie. You know what I'm talking about?
The way he speaks to the camera?
Yes, yeah, the way that he speaks
Vern?
to the camera.
Hello, Vern.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that it's not like, like he's talking to the camera instead of talking like away from
Right.
the camera. I don't know. I like that scene.
Yeah, and that's the thing is he does that every once in a while into the movie where it does switch over to like he breaks the fourth wall and he's talking to the camera. Typically he's going into like different characters too. And that's something about Ernest that I love is that Jim Varney, he always had all these random characters that he came up in these movies. And still though, my favorite isn't actually the
Ernest
Christmas
Scares
one.
Stupid.
You would think that. No,
That's
mine's
mine actually. Ernest Scares Stupid followed by Ernest Saves Christmas.
Mine is Ernest Goes to Jail. Love Ernest Goes to Jail because he
plays the bad guy himself.
He plays the other version of himself that's evil, and seeing evil Ernest is so good. And then it would be Ernest Scared Stupid, and then Ernest Saves Christmas, and then Ernest Goes to Camp, and then Ernest Goes Medieval, or whatever it is. But yes,
and Ernest Goes to Toy Story.
Yeah, aw, Slinky Dog. But this one always stood out too because it was a fun Christmas movie, and you had the little elves, and you had Santos. Santos, Mr. Santos.
I don't know, but I think this movie was the one that probably brought Ernest up. Like for me at least, this was the one that brought him onto my radar and made me want to watch all the other Ernest movies that came out.
And that's the thing too is one of the fun things about these movies is that there is kind of a continuity that goes forward. You got Rimshot, and then you had Bobby, but then you had the guy with Bobby who rotated out like from movie to movie.
Yeah.
And I forgot their names, but the guy who is in this one doing the screaming is also in Ernest Goes to Jail, but he's not in Ernest Scares Stupid. It's the other guy, money, 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 like running. But Bobby always stayed the same. Bobby! Make your play. Like, I love Bobby. So there was some things that they kept continuing on, and that's what made the Ernest movies fantastic. So.
Well, based off this trailer, would you see this classic Christmas tale?
Yeah, I would because it looks silly and fun, and just by even with the trailer, it makes me laugh. Like there are scenes that you're like, oh, that's funny, and so I would want to see it. Yeah.
So that is a yes. For me, of course it is. I love that level of magical Christmas. It's kind of like Santa Claus before we got the Santa Claus.
Yes.
And even there was like the Santa Claus movie with Dudley Moore. I mean, you had quite a few. Miracle on 34th Street.
We got a lot. Like I said, we got a lot of Christmas movies.
But this was one of them, where Ernest had to save Christmas. Someone's always got to do it. And this is when Ernest got to. So I enjoyed it. So, yeah, what about you? Would you watch it?
Off this trailer, I probably would. Because like Vanessa said, it's silly. And it has a lot. And everything shown with Santa looks serious. And, I mean, who doesn't want Santa to be safe?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but then there's a whole thing like he's looking for a replacement. Spoilers. I don't dig the guy that they try and get to replace him, and especially when I don't know the guy who is Santa in it. I love him. He's great because he looks like Santa. And then the other guy is like a has-been actor, and they're trying to get him to be Santa. Well, he's a scary Santa, and he's like Santa doesn't do this. Either way, there are things in it that made it not as top of the list for me for Christmas movies. But obviously, when it's Halloween, I'll hit up Ernest every time.
What do you guys think? Have you seen it? Do you like it? Is this one of your Christmas movies? Let us know.
And we are pressing on to number 4 for the trailer reactions for A Christmas Party, Late to the Christmas Party.
And we're going to do a cutaway and then come right back.
Son of...
Right, what are we on? Number 4, right?
I don't even remember.
All right,
it's
number
a Christmas
4.
barrage of Christmas trailers.
Christmas trailers.
They're
Number 4.
burning through all our future Christmas trailers.
No, we got a lot.
Yeah,
we'll just have
plenty.
to reach for classic.
So number 4, what is it, Travis?
Number 4 has one. Better Late Than Never has probably seen this actor in a couple of my trailers before because I do adore him.
Steve Martin. Mixed nuts. Keep going.
Let's just watch. Just
your
Just watch.
I'm right, huh?
Just watch. Merry Christmas.
Hello, this is Lifesavers. Merry Christmas. How may I help you?
I have only 2 months to live.
I'm so sorry, sir. Everyone at Lifesavers is with you.
Speak to a woman.
Hello, Merry Christmas, if it's all right to say that.
Aww.
What's your name?
Catherine.
Rita Wilson.
Ravish you like a wild animal.
Stop it right this minute. We can't have that sort of thing.
Philip's job is solving other people's problems.
May I put you on hold while I run to my desk? You're not calling from a bridge or holding a weapon?
No.
Good. But unfortunately, he's got problems of his own.
I don't know how to say this
My psychiatrist thinks we should break up.
I didn't know you were going to a psychiatrist.
Well, I'm not actually going to one. I've been dating one for 4 months.
And now it's Christmas. Can we show a little Christmas spirit around here?
Merry Christmas!
Somebody's not in the holiday mood, I guess.
A time when the lone
Forgot about that.
Think your husband is having an affair? He is.
feel most alone.
Static again. Hello, hello.
I can't hear you.
Try clicking the little button. I'm having a problem hearing you.
Stephen
Look,
Wright.
I'm at the end of my rope, and I want to die.
Click it, please. Go ahead.
Well, if you are willing to make a small donation, say perhaps $5,000.
I'm kidding. I came right over. Do you have music?
Is that Liev Schreiber?
It sure is.
I'm not like you, Philip. I'm not one of those people who's only good on the phone.
In my line of work, I deal with all kinds of people.
Anthony LaPaglia.
Dancing with you makes me feel old.
TriStar Pictures.
And Mrs. White as well. Lily Von Stoop, Juliette Lewis.
Are you a professional ukulele player?
Oh, no, I'm a writer.
What do you write?
T-shirts.
Steve Martin.
My heart is racing and I'm feeling all nervous and sick.
That's the way I've felt since the day I met you.
I wrote Save the Dolphins.
From the director of Sleepless in Seattle.
Catherine was very distressed, so naturally I had to comfort her.
Mixed Nuts.
I still see the cover
May I help
too.
you? You are speaking to a woman.
And a little Madeline Kahn in there as well. All right, so time to be honest. I've never seen Mixed Nuts.
No.
I know it. I know the cover with him with the
I've
Santa
never
hat
seen
with-
Mixed Nuts either.
Kevin!
I love Mixed Nuts. All right, full disclosure though, this is a movie that only came to my radar like 5 years ago.
Okay, so it's fresher for
It
you.
is much fresher to me. When I saw it, I was like, how did I never see this movie before? Because it is an amazing movie. I love it.
Good cast.
It is a great cast.
It is a good cast.
Has early Adam Sandler, you know?
Yeah.
Adam Sandler. So, but what I love about this movie so much is the fact that it's such a good ensemble cast. And it's one of those movies, it runs off of the writing of the movie.
Right.
It's like one
Literally.
scene mostly for the entire movie, and those movies are kind of hard to carry.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the one apartment. I mean, they have the stairwell and outside from small scenes, but most of it all takes place in one apartment, and then all this stuff is going on. And
Kind of like 4 rooms.
yeah.
Ensemble cast, but close quarters.
I like these. I love those kind of movies, but it just so much is going on. You know, pregnancies, death, suicide. They run the suicide hot center, and so much. I love it so much. But would you guys see it based off of this trailer?
I'm
Yes, I would because Liev Schreiber.
Liev Schreiber.
Just
As a cross-dresser.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then of course Martin, and then
Steve Martin.
Yeah, I'm saying his last name. Come on.
they're closer. They're friends.
Martin.
All right,
Mr. Martin.
Mr. Martin. There's so many Martins. Steve Martin, Martin Short.
all amazing. I love Steve Martin. If you guys haven't noticed yet, but I mean, really, this movie is great. There's so much. If you guys haven't seen it, we need to be watching it this Christmas. Like,
Well, I will be watching Mixed Nuts, and like you said, Liev Schreiber.
Although I couldn't remember her name.
Rita Wilson.
Yeah, there we go.
Mrs. Tom
I was like
Hanks.
Rita Wilson.
Mrs. Hanks.
Yeah.
Madeline Kahn. Freaking Stephen Wright too in the phone booth.
She's in one of my favorites.
Clue?
Jingle All the Way.
Oh, Rita Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course she is. Did you get the doll? And she's in That Thing You Do. Well, you're no good to me now.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, either way, I thought you were wearing like one of those like Russian like snow bunny hats until you tilted and I saw the print. Now I realize it's a
Oh,
Santa
that's
hat.
another good movie too. I don't know if it's a Christmas movie, but that's a good one. Oh, I was just thinking of Balto.
Kevin Bacon,
All
team
right.
action. Anyway, so yes, being that I have never seen this movie and I've gone so long, yeah, I would definitely watch Mixed Nuts.
Yeah, because I haven't seen it. Just looking at this trailer, I'm like, I want to see that.
Yeah, so that will be something that we will do. So pressing on to trailer number 5.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
We're gonna do a cut.
Slate. Although I love that freaking Lex Luthor was back at the end.
Oh, yeah.
I love him. And when he's like, A League of Our Own, I'm like, he's back to talking. He's back
With
to talking.
Deathstroke?
Deathstroke, yeah. Every time I hear Deathstroke, I hear Deathstroke.
Yeah, we gotta say, that's one of our favorite key DC characters.
Yeah, Slade, he looks good.
Alright! I'm enjoying our Christmas special.
I need eggnog, damn it. Okay, well, either way. What are
Just some hot chocolate for me, thanks.
What are we moving on with, Travis? What do we got next?
What we got next is trailer number 5. Right? 5.
Sure. There's so many.
Alright, this one is a lot more newer, I guess you can say. I mean, it is like 10 years old, but this is one I watch every year because I do enjoy it and I think it is pretty funny. So let's go on to it. Oh my god.
God, I love my life.
You're awesome.
Those are awesome.
Music producer Chris Brander.
Chris Brander. I brand you sucker.
Out there? Don't you do that to your boyfriend?
We're just friends.
Of course you are.
But in high school,
title drop.
Things were a little
Oh my
different.
god.
More me than anyone in this whole world.
Really?
I love you, Chris.
Aww. As a friend. Yeah.
We're friends, right?
That was me in high school. I hope you're watching.
Oh my god.
Later, touring with the world's hottest pop star.
I want to lick your skin off.
We'll take him home for the holidays.
Hi, Mom.
Melody. Different movie. Same actress.
This is my brother, Mike.
Julie Haggerty.
Amen.
I love him.
Now, when he sees the girl he never forgot,
Jamie?
he's going to get
Jamie
a second
Palomino.
I can put my arms around you.
My arms around you.
chance to win his first love.
Wow, Chris.
I've seen these a few times.
Palomino.
But it's going to be a lot harder.
We're gonna be more than just friends. Wow! They need my skates to show off my talent.
Snow Globe collection.
Ever thought.
I'm sorry, okay?
Want to fight back? Don't worry, Chris. You're gonna be fine.
Wow, Dusty.
Dinkelman? Yes.
I can't compete with this guy. You see him play that guitar? It's like he has 15 fingers.
Nice outfit, by the way. Rock and roll.
I just want to eat you both up.
New Line Cinema presents
Not the same person I was in high school, pal.
You'll always be fat to me, Chris.
Ryan Reynolds, Amy Smart, Anna Faris, and Chris Klein.
How'd the big date go? It's terrible. I went in for a kiss, but she wants a hug. Then I get caught in a sort of hug limbo type thing. Body shape?
Just friends.
Hey, Merry Christmas, neighbor.
My favorite part is when Anna Faris drives away in the car and pulls all the lights off the house, and he's like, "Duck!" and he like pulls them all down, and the thing freaking cuts across and almost cuts them in half. And the music's just, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Like everything's getting destroyed. I love Just Friends. Just Friends
This is a good movie.
one of my favorite Ryan Reynolds movies. I think for a while too, in the beginning of the channel, we were rating things based off of Ryan Reynolds.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's right.
We give it 5 out of oh my god.
Yeah, it was like meh versus oh my god. My
Again.
Snow Globe collection. Of course, Julie Haggerty. Love her. Joyce, why are you at Joyce's? She goes, Mom, get off the phone.
Oh yeah, she's on the phone too.
It's a fun movie.
That's what I like
enjoy
about it. It's fun, and I am a fan of Ryan Reynolds ever since Two Guys, a Girl, in a Pizza Place.
Right.
And then Two Guys and a Girl. But even, I mean, he's gone
Two
through
guys
ups and
and a girl.
downs.
Oh dang! What's
Anyways.
the count, boys?
What do you think? I mean, have you've seen this, right?
I've seen it. Yeah, I was quoting it.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, but
I could put my
based off this trailer, I mean, would you guys watch it if you've yet never seen it?
To be fair, no.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just like it just doesn't grab my attention. I probably would have to like watch it later and be like, oh, this was funny. Like just watching it, like just watching the trailer, there wasn't anything in there that I was like, well, that was funny. Like there was, you know.
They left out that part where he's like, "Duck!" fuck, and he pulls them away and the freaking thing goes across. That's why.
Well, a lot
They
of
didn't
funny
give
parts
up
they left
on-
out, like we were saying, like his snow globe.
My snow globe collection. You're right. No, that's the
Or
thing.
the part where he's singing the Backstreet
Which
Boys.
is good, like leaving out
Or
all
not
the
Backstreet
funny
Boys.
things so that when you do go see them, if you're like, wow, that was funny.
But it wouldn't get you to the theater.
But it wouldn't, yeah. This would be one of those movies that, like, maybe I'll go see it, matinee. Maybe I'll wait until it comes out on DVD. But it's a good movie. I really like it. I still watch it a lot all the time.
Well, it got me to go to the theater because I did see the trailer when it first came out, and I did go see it in the theaters, and I laughed my butt off when I watched this movie just because of those moments how the Chris Brander slowly turns from the super nerd to the big, handsome,
Hotshot.
yeah, and yet he slowly starts sliding back into that nerdy Chris Brander, even though like it's very subtle, and it's like the moment my snow globe collection. Like you see those moments where it's just the true him does come out, and he just can't get it right either. Everything just keeps going wrong for him. So yes, it's the dialogue. It's Ryan Reynolds at his peak. What makes Ryan Reynolds great?
He's at his peak now.
And then him and Anna Faris too. I mean, together they were in Waiting as well.
Yeah.
And so they do have that chemistry too, because him and her because he's the agent essentially, and it's like the way he hates her and how mean he is to her, but yet she's such a bee as well, and he pawns her off on his brother, who I love him. I don't remember his name, but he's in The Girl Next Door. He's in Fanboys. He's the one that's dying and wants to go watch Phantom Menace. I love him too. Anytime, Mom! And he runs away, and freaking Ryan Reynolds kicks his
bring
butt.
a cookie. Thanks. I love you. Love you too.
Love you too. But yeah, it's definitely. And then of course Chris Klein is the a-hole. That's the thing is I got so used to him being the nice guy in like American Pie, where he's just like shabba-ba-boo-da-ba.
I was gonna say, like, to be fair, that like he plays that character in this movie, but as like a facade.
Yeah.
To
Well, you
who he
learn
actually
with everyone else
yeah.
that he really is a dick.
Yeah, he's a jerk for sure. And they are kind of the polar opposites.
I know, like, well, that was another thing too, and I was like, no, just go with Ryan Reynolds. Don't go with him.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That's
But then,
Steve
of course, at the end when you figure out that he's just a player.
Yeah. Which I guess. Ryan Reynolds did the same thing.
Yeah, but to be fair, like, he was doing it for, like, he even was, when he was talking to Ryan here, he's like going after the girls that did them wrong when they were in high school, and
Right.
so.
Either way, really enjoyed it. Still enjoy it. It is one that I'll even find myself watching outside of the season, just because I really enjoy it. Just Friends. So
What do you guys think?
let us know in the comments below. Tell us.
All right, we're still trucking. I got a couple more.
Okay, well, I was wondering how many are going to be on this list. Not that I'm upset about it. I'm happy. I love this. But man, it's now I just want to watch every single one of them. And then we got to start because I've already knocked out a few of the Christmas movies. Trading Places is one of them because you could do that between Thanksgiving and New Year's, and
Nightmare
it'll land.
Before Christmas.
We've done that already this year too for Christmas. So, but we got to get some of these in since it is the most wonderful time of the year.
Yes.
What do we got?
You guys ready? Should we just keep going?
Just keep going.
cruising.
Oh, okay.
Keep
Well, I hit
cruising.
play. So you guys ready? Keep looking now.
Yes.
Santa's Workshop, and only
I already know what it is.
remakers can stop
Scrooge.
them. In the night the reindeer died. Be here.
You can't show that commercial. The thing looks like
Manson
Oh, I
Family
forgot that he was in
Yes,
that movie.
he kind of plays Bob Cratchit in a way, sort of.
Great Cross is more than the
His assistant is Cratchit as well, mostly Cratchit.
Security had them change his locks
Cheese
and toss
Cratchit.
him out of the building.
Oh, he's fired? It's Christmas.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Grace.
Carla County, stop his bonus. Watch out.
He's a
You can hardly see the nipple.
Thanks, boys. Get the nurse.
a generous brother.
What did he give you last year?
I don't remember.
It's two real brothers. It was a nice shower curtain.
True humanitarian.
Please, it's Christmas.
glued onto this little guy.
Tried Staples.
Have you tried Staples?
But
Staples.
his life is about to change.
Joan Allen. Karen Allen.
That's not Karen Allen.
I'm going to be
Not there.
visited by
No,
three
not there.
ghosts tomorrow at noon.
Tomorrow's bad.
It's a scary movie
Douglas,
too.
right?
Yeah.
Week is a washout.
No,
Anyone who thinks he hates
is
Christmas
it?
is wrong.
Maybe. I don't know. Niagara Falls.
Come back to Jersey, you moron!
I love when he's driving and the smoke comes out of his ears. He's all.
It's ghosts.
I love that bitch!
Carol Kane.
Ghost of Christmas present.
cross.
Bill Murray. Karen Allen.
It sounded like you'd seen a ghost.
Ghost, John Forsythe.
There we go.
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yes. There's a shotgun in your pocket, or you just happen to see it? You are right, buddy.
Now does everybody
It's very like.
Carol Kane.
Why do we fight? Robert Mitchum.
David Johansen.
Yeah.
See Bill Murray get Scrooge.
Hey, back off, big man. That may work with the chicks, but not with me.
Oh, man.
Oh, I didn't know
This
Richard Donner did
one is a movie my mom would show me when we were growing up as a Christmas tradition. I love it so much. Bill Murray at his finest. What do you guys think?
I remember watching this once when I was a kid and thinking, like, I got, like, super scared at the end with the ghost of...
Christmas Future?
Yeah.
It was just a great way of taking that classic story that we all know and love and really just kind of flipping it to the modern times of 94?
Essentially, yeah. It was.
Yeah.
It was updated.
And then having Bill Murray is just with his, like, dry comedic humor in this movie is just perfect.
And for me, I mean, anything with Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah.
For him as
Have to
Elliot,
try.
for him as Elliot Loudermilk. I mean, I love his fall, but then like he ends up joining Cross in the end and ends up becoming like his gunman when he takes over the freaking studio. But that's the thing. It's like there are so many amazing actors and characters in this one, and a lot of heart as well, because there's heartbreaking moments in this one.
Right, especially with his assistant's kid, you know.
Yeah, the fact that he's mute, saw his father murdered, and hasn't come back from that day.
And like that whole scene with like the family or whatever, and then they're like frozen.
Oh, the homeless. It's the homeless guy.
Yeah, the homeless guy is like frozen to death. That one was very.
dark.
I was like, gee,
And it's
like,
because he didn't give him the money to keep his space inside the homeless shelter,
Yeah.
and he ended up freezing to death underneath the streets of New York.
Yep.
And then of course the finals and the score. Come on, Danny Elfman. The score for Scrooge is incredible. That whole final scene with Cross in the casket, and he's going into the incinerator. And that la 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 la, the chorus that Danny Elfman brings in with it.
About that.
It's so dark, and it's incredibly just heart wrenching. And then of course, like the best way to alleviate that is when he comes out of the elevator. I'm alive. Hallelujah! Like it just lifts it, and they all have that sing along at the end. Like it's a really good, feel good Christmas movie with a lot of dark, pretty like realistic situations too.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about Scrooge, and I watch it every single year around Christmas. So this will be no different for me.
Yep.
Just seeing that trailer too, and like you said, Joe Dante. It is
Joe Dante?
Who was Joe?
Richard Donner?
Richard Donner, damn it. Yeah, Joe. I got Joe Dante on the bridge. Richard Donner. Yeah, sorry. It's definitely in that. It was a different world with those directors. It was a great ensemble casting, great writing that they put together, and you could see it here just in the trailer too. Funny moments. That's why they had the long cast. The cast list.
The casting
went
call
forever.
Yeah.
And my favorite, though, I don't even know his name. He's in Gremlins too, and that's why I thought Joe Dante, because he did Gremlins too, and he was Clamp in Gremlins too, the guy who owned the cable company, and that's why it's synonymous with Scrooge.
Okay, yeah.
Because he's the one that Cross is afraid is going to replace him as the cable company. He's the one that owned the Clamp Industries in Gremlins 2, and he basically plays the same character.
That's right. He's the director.
Mr. California, essentially, that's coming. He's trying to take the job, but he's like super nice.
Yeah.
So I love him in this movie too. And even Socrates from Bill and Ted is in it. He's the server. Half.
Wow, did you guys
you don't want
notice
that? It's a dessert.
That was a second reference to Bill and Ted's This Special.
Yeah, and that means they need to do a Christmas special. But either way, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below.
Have you seen it?
Scrooge.
Yeah. All right. I think coming up, we're going to have our little guest star up here. So.
Oh, man.
Stay tuned.
Nickelback.
Really? All right off the bat, huh? Okay, well, either way, if you can't tell, we were joined by special guests.
Hello.
Adorable.
Okay, and
Matilda, you go.
yeah, all right. That's nice to meet you guys. We're happy to have you here.
Well, it's happy to be here with the
Okay,
boys.
well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Oh, really? I can't wait then for you to check out some more of our videos.
All right, well, let's continue. I think we're on number 6, and I appreciate you guys coming.
Oh, anytime.
All right.
So what do you guys have for us?
Well, I can't tell you.
One at a time, please. We can't understand you guys.
I can't tell you that.
I enjoy that. You don't want to tell us what it is, so I appreciate that.
That's right. So the way I kind of will.
yeah.
So shall we get going?
Oh, yes, let's do this.
Let's do that? All right. Well, we are going to watch whatever trailer they brought for us. I kind of have a feeling what it is based off of your appearance.
I told you,
That's Smurfs Christmas special?
That's racist.
No? Okay. Okay. Here we go.
Sure.
Of course.
Greediest man alive.
It's Ebenezer Scrooge.
Until the night he met someone extraordinary.
Oh, man, her hair fell off.
You want me to help you with your
hair? Yes, please. Okay.
To Mr. Scrooge, even though he is old, stingy, and badly dressed. I'm back.
Do you think it's safe for us to be up here?
Water was really warm.
Yes, Mr. Cratchit.
Michael Caine.
Please, Mr. Scrooge, the bookkeeping staff would like to have an extra shovel
Yes.
full of coal for the fire.
How would the bookkeepers like to be suddenly
It's Charles Dickens' classic tale, as only the Muppets can tell it.
It's good to be heckling again. It's good to be doing anything again.
Filled with holiday warmth
Hey, like the lamb, not the rat, like the lamb, not the rat.
and Christmas spirit.
Jacob Marley?
Marley and Marley.
Oh, that's scary stuff. Should we be worried about the kids in the audience? No, it's all right. This is culture.
This is the movie to see, to share,
I agree.
to cherish with someone you love.
Thank you for
Sure.
making me a part of this.
Walt Disney Pictures presents
Are you guys in there? I was
from Jim
looking
Henson
for you.
Productions,
Yeah, I'm in the back.
The Muppet Christmas
Yeah?
Carol.
God bless us, everyone.
Whatever.
Okay. So right off the bat, I want to know, how was Miss Piggy to work with in person?
She's a pig. She's a pig. She's a pig. Pig.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, well, you know. Just like.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
So
Well, she gets
That's a
to
shame.
eat so much.
you
she
were
eats
in
bacon.
as a extra. You guys are. Well, I'm sorry, your eyes are falling. A whatnot, right?
Yes, thank you for cracking my eyes so I can see everything. Here we
Really?
go.
So, well,
Yeah, well,
Did they film this in July?
Oh, yes, it was very hot. It was hot.
And you guys had to sit there with that hot weather the whole time?
The whole time.
It's tough, but that's
The
filmmaking,
whole
I guess. Camera
time. It
tricks.
was crazy. Trick photography. I never knew.
Okay, well, at least you came out of it, and it was a lot
Well,
of fun. I hope. A good
I mean,
experience.
you worked on this set, so I get it. But watching this trailer, would you guys? I mean, even you guys, would you guys have watched it based off of this trailer? Because it is a classic story, just like Scrooge we just saw before. It's the exact same story, but with a different take. I mean, how would you guys all? I mean, would you guys watch the trailer based upon this? We'll start on this side and go work our way over.
I would definitely see it because I love the Muppets. I love Michael Caine, and as soon as Rizzo kind of became a big part, after Muppets Take Manhattan, he was part of the. He's a good guy.
Dirty rat.
Really, I enjoy him. He's a rat, but he's not that kind of rat. He's a good guy. But either way, yeah, I really enjoyed how Rizzo and Gonzo were the ones that ended up ushering the whole tale as well. They were the narrators while it was happening, and they could step aside. And
It makes sense for them.
Right.
I feel like it would make sense for them to do it.
Right, and that's, I mean, in Scrooge as well, they had a narrator too. And it just the Christmas Carol in general, it's narrated, so to do it that way was pretty clever.
Using them as Charles and Dickens all together.
Essentially.
Charles Dickens.
Yeah. So, what did you think, even though you had experience with it?
Well, I think this is a classic movie for Christmas.
Okay.
Everyone should hear it, even though it's in different styles. I don't think there was that
all right.
Well, how about you? You seem to have a lot of fun. I think I saw you dancing in the background in one of those scenes.
Let me get that for you. I'm so sorry.
All right, I'm gonna ask, why does your hair keep falling? Is that not real hair?
Aw, Travis, there's boundaries, my friend.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's because she's a clean template so that she can form to any role given to her at any time.
actress. I like Johnny Depp.
Very good. All right. I like that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna come back to me. I enjoyed a lot of it. This is one I do watch every year. I love Michael King because she was only 16.
It was only 16.
She was only 16. If you guys ever caught onto that reference, it's from the movie Trip. I love those. But anyways,
Not a Christmas film.
Not a Christmas film. Well, yeah, right.
I mean,
Yeah, I guess you can.
The
watch
way
it
it's
at any
done,
time.
it takes itself very. This is one of the two Muppet movies. The one where they did was Muppet Christmas Carol, where they took classic stories and shared them off as a good adventure movie. And having Gonzo and Rizzo kind of narrate it was a really great way of doing it. This way they can push the story forward, I guess you could say. I thought it was done very clever, and the fact that using the Muppets and mixed in with whatnots and human actors, I understand with that is kind of a challenge when filming. But this one was directed by Brian Henson as well, Jim Henson's son. So I think this one was actually dedicated to his father. I think this one happened right after Jim Henson passing away. I could be wrong, but don't.
yes, it was dedicated to him and Richard.
Okay. Well, thank you for clearing that up. So, Vanessa, what would you do if you saw this trailer? It came out, and let's say you were the age you were when it came out.
I would watch it because I love the Muppets.
Oh.
But to be fair, I'm sorry guys, I have not seen this movie. I know.
You should really watch it.
Okay.
Know me better, man.
I'll watch it.
Why?
It's heartbreaking. You're gonna cry. Certain parts. There's right?
I'm sorry.
There's certain songs that happen, especially when Ebenezer Scrooge doesn't get the life that he should have had, and he chose work instead. I mean, obviously that's a tale of all of them. But the music in those scenes are just.
I've known you for years, and I think the very first Christmas, I think actually knowing you, we were singing.
After all, there's only one more sleep till Christmas.
And every year, that's what I text you.
Yeah, thanks.
That's one thing I even text you every Christmas Eve. I don't know, that particular song resonates with me because it's a perfect song, and it's one of those jolly startup of the movie songs. And
it really catches
right,
the tone.
Exactly. It just really flows well.
Yeah,
I mean,
I like it.
you really need to see it full-heartedly.
Yep, it'll be done. We will watch it Christmas Day for sure. So either way, what do you guys? You guys want to take a breather? I know it's kind of tough being up here. It's hot, right?
Well, it's not
hot. There you go. Live free. Live free, my friend.
I can't believe she's looking like a cancer patient.
Okay.
I don't know if we're allowed to say that.
Yeah, we'll throw a bleep in there somewhere. But all in all, thank you guys for joining us. We had a lot of fun. We're going to take over from here, though, if that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, again, comment below. Have you seen this movie? What do you think about it? Well, let's move on. I think we got one more left before the end of this amazing Christmas special. So we'll see what's going on. And
we're going to see them
maybe you
out.
can sit back.
Well, I want to know why.
You can watch from over there. We got it.
All right, guys.
So just like everything else in this world, everything comes to an end.
All good things must end.
But wait, there's one more to go.
Oh, okay. Well, he's going to keep the party going.
As long as I can. I have no other things going on, so let's go. Okay. This one right here, you guys, everyone, I'm sure, has come across this movie at least once. Don't shake your head like you know what I'm talking about.
Come on, man. If there's no Clark in this Christmas special, I'm going to be...
Just watch.
After vacationing across America and throughout Europe,
Take it, Russ.
This holiday season,
La 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 la.
are going to
Oh,
play
look at
it safe.
Leonard.
Clark, we're stuck under a truck.
That's not in the movie. The Screech.
They're staying at home. I give you the Griswold family Christmas tree.
Hope you're not getting sap all over your sweater, Clark.
All Clark
A lot of sap.
is a quiet, old-fashioned Christmas.
Kelvin not here to work on that.
What he's going to get is the gift that keeps on living.
Yeah.
His family.
We didn't come in post.
Plenty of room.
Do you sleep with your brother?
Julia
Do you know
Lewis
how
again.
sick and twisted that is, Mom? Well, I'm sleeping with your father.
Have you got any kids for me? You better take a rain check on that, all right? He's got lip fungus they ain't identified yet.
But no holiday could ever be more deeply touching.
We were gonna call, but Eddie wanted to make it a surprise.
If I woke up tomorrow with my head sewn to the carpet, I wouldn't be more surprised than I am right now.
Those freaking facial expressions.
Genuinely moving.
Can I refill your eggnog for you? Drive you out to the middle of nowhere, leave you for dead?
Can I show you something?
I was just browsing.
Or more down to earth.
Browsing.
Merry Christmas!
If Santa is smart, he'll stay clear of this jointed to death trap.
A blessing.
The Griswolds.
Everybody come on quick, look at the lights!
They want you to say grace.
She passed away 20 years ago.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
This year, let Chevy Chase light up your holidays. National Lampoon's
I love the
Christmas Vacation.
the cat they put in there.
She just spent them all. Woo! Crack up.
The cartoony text.
All right.
100%. Absolutely, I would see this movie because it's freaking Vacation, and it's Clark, and it's Randy Quaid, and it's just Beverly D'Angelo and Leonard. It's
Leonard. It's a good Christmas movie. It's fun. It's cheesy. It's cheeky.
It's a quintessential Christmas film.
It is for me, at least.
Yeah, I've never seen this movie.
You're a liar. You're a liar. You're a lying sack of potatoes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say I don't know if we could do this anymore. I don't know if I can.
I have seen this movie multiple times, and I love like the part where he's like in the kitchen or whatever, and he's just daydreaming about the pool that he's gonna get.
Here's a thing to
The music
say.
plays in the background.
And then like even though it's funny, it's still like at the core, it still has like that deep
Christmas value?
Yeah, Christmas value, but like that serious side where he's not getting his Christmas bonus, and then his cousin goes and
Cousin Eddie kidnaps his boss
and does that whole thing, and then they
Joel
end up
Murray?
getting their
Or Brian Doyle Murray.
Yes.
yeah, and then they end up getting their bonus. So there's still like that seriousness, and then I know they put I don't remember if they showed them, but like Louis Dreyfus.
Yeah, they didn't show him here, but yeah, Julia Louis-Dreyfus,
Yes.
Margot.
And their neighbors and like all the things that they do with their neighbors. I love the part where like he turns the light on and then and
It's
he,
all
like,
bright.
and you can't see. That's pretty good.
Why is the carpet all wet, Todd? I don't know, Margot. Definitely
Good
memorable. Quotable.
They did see it a little bit where he's like cleaning out the shitter.
Right.
Piece of
Yeah.
shit.
It's shitter was full.
Yeah.
Doris Roberts too, as I don't know which grandma she is, but she's one of the grandmas in it too. And I love Doris Roberts, so seeing her, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Seeing her in here, it's definitely a great ensemble cast as well.
It's fantastic. I'm gonna say this because this might be the only opportunity for me to say this. I love the Christmas movie, the vacation movies. The first one, when they go to Europe. This one, this most recent one they had with
Ed Helms.
With Ed Helms. I did not like it.
Nope.
And I do not like Chevy Chase's character in it. Mr. Griswold himself. They played him as some imbecile idiot. But if you watch these movies, I mean, he's an idiot. But it's not like over the top, like slapsticky like they showed him in that one. I mean, he's just a guy who has a family who works for a food preservative company.
He's accident prone.
Yes.
And that's the thing. He's not an idiot. He's accident prone.
He's the definition of Murphy's Law is what it is, what he is.
Yeah. And it definitely goes wrong every single time for Clark.
Yeah. Hey, you mentioned earlier the cartoon thing. I love the beginning of this, the classic 80s movie cartoon. What's going on?
Ready for Christmas vacation.
Oh. Did you hear that theme earlier?
Santa's accident prone in that whole beginning. Yeah, Santa's accident prone in that opening. The music, of course, is great, and especially that touching moment when he's in the attic, freezing, wearing all the clothes.
He's
wearing all the girl clothes. He's watching the home movies and stuff. It is really kind of. It does take him back, and
I can't remember the name of the old guy, the one with the stogie. Man, it kills me that I can't remember. He's in Mouse Hunt, and he's Mark Frank something. The blessing. Like when he shows up at the end, and it adds like this perfect cherry on top of this movie, and it can't be, it shouldn't be, but it can't be a vacation movie without all the cops and SWAT team showing up in the end. And that's why I love this one so much, because it ties very much to the first one, where you have all the cops show up and, oh damn, we are in a situation.
We're all ready to go. You're okay, mister?
Harold Ramis, the Harold Ramis character. And even John Hughes had a hand in this too, so it definitely is one that is for the ages, and I think we enjoy it, you enjoy it, everyone. It's one we all love.
Especially to the point where I think I like Christmas Vacation a little bit more than the original Vacation Christmas. The original Vacation. But yeah, I think I have more fun with this movie than the original, the first one.
Yeah,
although I do love Vegas Vacation.
I have to agree that in terms of rewatchability, because I do love the first Vacation.
Right, yeah, the first Vacation.
In terms of I don't find myself watching the first Vacation every year. I am 100% watching Christmas Vacation every year. And then I watch Vegas Vacation every 6 months.
Granted, yeah, the Christmas Vacation, it makes sense because it's during Christmas time, so you want to watch.
So it's not just a clever title,
but it's locked in. It's locked in time where it's timeless.
Right.
So it's something you can always go back.
Speaking of timeless and all that, again with the kids and the continuity where they're like two different actors playing.
I think I like this Rusty and. What's the girl's name?
In which one?
This one.
You mean
Juliet Lewis?
Yeah, I like Rusty because how they always
Leonard?
change. I like this Rusty and.
She's trying to say the character's name of the girl, and I totally blanked it. So
Audrey.
Yeah, Audrey.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
Audrey.
Okay.
I was trying to go through it.
I'm
like trying to
Rusty and Audrey. There we go. Yes, yeah.
That's how forgettable she kind of is, though, because honestly, you got Ethan Embry and you got Anthony Michael Hall, and then you got
they don't really do anything with her except for
she's in the beginning of this movie freezing, and there's icicles coming off her eyebrows.
Well, that too, but I'm saying they don't really give her a whole lot except for in a European Vacation where she's always like, I need to be with my boyfriend.
I hated that one. Unfortunately, rest in peace to her too. But yeah, I hated that version of Audrey because she was pining over Johnny.
But she was eating all the time.
Yeah.
I like the Vegas Vacation Audrey.
Yeah, me too.
Who'd have thought my sister had the legs of a thoroughbred?
Am I right?
Ethan Embry, man. I love that one. But that's the thing is they took these amazing characters and it was just another step in the anthology that is Vacation. That was amazing, and this one happens to be Christmas centered, so it is a perfect way to end it. I'm glad you chose it.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Let us know, guys. What did you think about the list? What did you think of the Christmas special? First time we've ever done it. Sorry if it got a little long-winded, but you know what? We ain't paid by the hour, that's for sure. So we just do it because it's fun.
Want to cut before then, and then we'll just do a whole thank you everything, close it up, wrap, subscribe, all that stuff for now? Yep. Okay. Alright guys, I appreciate you coming to Better Late Than Never's Christmas special. I had a lot of fun. I know there's a lot of movies here and you probably scrolled past some of this stuff, but it's okay. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys do, and I hope you comment below. Tell us about your Christmas movies, your Christmas movie traditions.
Well, yes, we know that there are other Christmas movies out there, and you are probably going to write in the comments, I wish you guys did this one, or I hope you guys do this one, but Christmas comes every year, so we want to...
Christmas comes, but once a year.
So we want to...
Jingle all the way, Phil Hartman.
We want to savor, the other Christmas movies for next year as well, so even though we didn't get to maybe your favorite Christmas movie, don't worry. It's in our list of Christmas movies to do.
Throw them out there, you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate our guests, Jack and Matilda. They were They were the whatnots.
Yeah. And they were definitely a good part of it. If you enjoyed them, maybe we'll ask them to come back sometime.
All right, guys. Thank you again. Merry Christmas from here at Late to the Party to you and your guys' friends and families. I appreciate you all. Have a happy new year if we don't see you before then.
And happy holidays to all the rest of you. We ain't afraid to say that. Happy holidays and Festivus
Happy
for the
holidays,
rest of
happy
us and
Kwanzaa.
all of them, man.
Happy Hanukkah.
Enjoy your cake. Anything. That's the thing. Whatever you want, we are here. We are celebrating things that are just near and dear to our heart.
Happy December, everybody.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, guys.
There's so many holidays out there during the time of Sunday. It's just...
It's a celebration.
It's a celebration. Yes, the celebration.
It's a celebration, bitches, and that's what we're here to do, is celebrate. So thank you guys. You can like, you can subscribe.
And you can do the thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Stardust.
All the social networking joints, you know where they are. Thank you so much to Travis for joining us and bringing this epic Christmas to a close. We'll definitely have a couple more before the year is out. One more before the year is out, but stay tuned for that New Year's one. All in all, thank you guys so much. And as always, now it's time to say goodbye.
Ho, ho, ho.